Guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we are going to be reviewing the Spellbinders Club big die collection for the month of October. Right, so let's cut it up. I have been seeing some videos of other YouTubers, and it looks very, very cool. I can see it being used for a lot of different projects. And then in the back here, you get what the dies can do. Okay, and then this is pretty much dies. So anyways, I usually cut this out, and then I'll cut this out and I'll put it in the back of my magnetic storage, so then I know how to put it together later on. Because let's be real, in about a year, when I touch this project, I mean, I don't know what to do with this, because then, you know, that's self-explanatory, but I mean, look at that. I wouldn't know what to do with that. I don't know about your memory, but my memory is short. And then since it still has some stickiness from these dies here, I don't have to put any glue to it. I just plop it right in the back, like so. All right, now that we have cut all of our dies out, what we want to do next is kind of embroider our die cut. So with this pattern, as you can see here, you'll see these big holes. So you can basically do this however it is that you want. So, but for my case, what I'll do is, this is my focal point. So I'm going to have threads coming from these individual small ones to go to the big ones. Same deal with all the other big ones. And this probably wasn't a good choice of pattern to use, because if I zoom in a bit, you guys can see some of the holes are there, but then there's also little gold dots in here. So then you can get a little confused after a while. So I think it's going to come out really nice, but it's going to take a little bit of poking just to see, like, oh, yeah, that's a hole. Whoops. In the middle. Let's hold it down like that. Okay. And we'll do this. And then we'll do middle. Again, keep that hole held right there, and then you just keep going. Okay, so you see that? Alright, you see that? And in the back, you see how that thread is right there? You keep holding it. So that's how you're going to keep it stabilized while you do your project. Another tip that I've learned so far from doing this is make sure when you come up from the bottom, always try to come up on the center point. Because if you don't come from the center point, it's going to end up looking like this. You see how it's all messy looking? If you come up only from the center point, you see how much neater it looks? So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Always come up on the center point. So another way to help you do that is when you're coming up, turn your die cut over, and you see where that center point is, that center hole right there, go up from there. That way you're always hitting the center point, and when you hit the center point, your card just looks that much cleaner, and it looks that much better. Okay, and look at that. Isn't it cute? Yay! So you can go in with some thin threads, and this is what you're going to end up with if you decided to have this color format. Or you can go in with the thicker floss, the embroidery floss, and then maybe hit it with some gold thread as an accent, so it'll look something like this. So the third option is for those people who just absolutely do not like embroidery and find embroidery a bit tedious. Well, let me stop calling this embroidery. It's actually cross-stitching, right? Ish. So if you find this a little tedious, then I would recommend doing maybe rhinestones. We have our 3 example here. And so let's start by assembling our cards. So let's start with this first. Since we are done with the base itself, we're going to hit it with a ornament. So I'm thinking of this, but I think I'm going to go with this. Since we have that little birdie there, I think it's nicer just to keep it simple, right? So it'll be like this. Do this. Since this is so plain, I want to hit this with maybe like a flower of some sort. So I'm going to take my ink. You know me, I don't like this flat tone moments. I like my stuff to have a little oomph. So I'm going to go in and hit it with some ink. I think this red is blending in way too good. So we need to hit it with another color. Let's do a little brown maybe? Maybe a little brown, yeah. So let's do, blend it over here. Grab all this extra ink and hit it with a little brown to make it like a little bit darker. As you can see, the stem is a little bit, I mean not the stem, the tip of the flower is a tad bit darker. And so I want that gradient of color. And also what I like to do is, I don't like this flat look to it. So I'm also going to flip it over and I'm going to puffify it a little bit, right? Like this. And so when I go over here, see how it pops up just a tad bit? So we want to do that again, like so. Hit it in the back, and when you go in the front, twirl it. So now when you put it together, it's kind of more raised. And I'm going to take this gold here. I'm going to put it in the center. Perfect, right? And that, guys, is one of our poinsettias. And then this piece, I believe the round part right here, it's going into the back of this. Now it's gonna hang like this. I want it like right there. I can still see my little birdie. So I'm gonna snip that. Yeah, I'll snip it. And I'll put my glue here. Put it down. So that aligns to the top. So now that we have our ball here, I would love to have some details here. All right, look how cute. Adorable. Okay, so that's one project. Oh, I love this little dangly moment. Let me see how it stores. Oh, and then it pops up. Cute. Okay, so that's one. Let's put that to the side. So the next one is this one. We are gonna have a background. So I bought some new cardstock the other day from Michael's, and it's these packets here. They are what, 80 sheets, 4.5 by 6.5. So that works for me. Let me put these ink away before I start putting my fingers all over it and cause problems. Because I have done that before where I left a pad of ink out and then I just ran my entire hand on it. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but it happens to me often enough that I make it a point to put stuff back after I'm done with them. Okay, so with this one, before we even open that, let's glue on our little backing here, like so. Okay, so let's do that first. Because we didn't do it to the other project. I figured it's a little busy, so I didn't add it. But let's add it to this one, right? And that's the thing that's pretty much like so cool about these kits, especially these die kits, because you're able to cut this stuff out and then just, it's almost like a puzzle. You get to rearrange it however you want. So I love how you have that flexibility. Because just because somebody else does it a certain way, you don't have to do it that way, right? So it's cool that, you know, they kind of account for that. So we're going to take this one right here and pick a pretty design And I absolutely love this because it looks so cool for Christmas. Like, how nice is this book? Like, literally run to your closest Michael's and just grab. Oh no, I apologize. This is not from Michael's. This is from Hobby Lobby. So, like, run to your closest Hobby Lobby and get one of these kits. That they are so versatile and adorable. Like, I can just go in and see what I like. Like, I love this. Like, if you're into like that old school kind of like washed out look, this is so cute. I'm gonna take this, right? And I'm going to cut it as a banner, and then I'm gonna create a background with something like this. Put some glue on the tabs, fold it down, and fold it down. Press it down from here. Okay, and then let's say we plop this on top here, and we're gonna do and we're gonna put a sentiment here. Then we're gonna do pop-up glue, pop-up tape. So let's do that. Oops. Pop-up tape. One here and one here. And the reason why I put it at the top and the bottom is because you see this right here, it's fairly thick. So by putting it at the top and the bottom, hopefully the raised part is gonna kind of level out that middle part right there. And so here is my alignment issue. Ooh, I'm getting better at this, guys. Okay, and then we can use a string or cold tinsel. Let's see how this works. And string this through. Okay, so there we go. A little bow. Can you see? Cute. Okay, and then you just put a nice little sentiment somewhere right there. And that is pretty much your second card. Oh, you know what? You can actually probably do a poinsettia. Oh, yeah, that's cute. Let's do that. If you're gonna overdo it, might as well overdo it to the max, right? Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think this need a poinsettia because it's so busy already. So why don't we go in here with some rhinestones? Like, I feel like a couple here and there on here would be cute. Like, let's try it. Okay, and there you have it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that's your second project. And then this one right here, we are going to find a nice background for it, and then we're gonna bedazzle this one for sure. I think at one point, wasn't like bedazzling like really in, like literally all the girls were just bedazzling everything they had, like jacket, shirt, pants, whatever you can think of. Wasn't that a thing at one point? They didn't even have like a kit called Bedazzle Me or Bedazzle or something like that. Interesting times, right? Okay, cool. So I did some bedazzling there. And then maybe I'll do like one here, like randomly. Like I'll do one here, I'll do one here, and I'll do one here. Okay, you guys remember this? This is my nail stone kit. Well, I'm going to use it for this card. Ooh, the redstone is nice. Wait until I zoom in, guys. You're gonna be impressed. Oh, cute, 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 cute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let me move it in the center. I feel like I am not zoomed in properly. Is that better, guys? Yes, much better. This is what happens when you record too many videos late at night. You end up talking to yourself. And then you ask yourself questions, and then you start answering yourself. Weird. Okay. Can I say this is so cute? Oh, so cute, so cute. All right, now where do I put these? I think they need to be like, bam, somewhere right here. Like up here. Cute. There it is. You see, I put red rhinestones on the side and also rhinestones all over the place here. And I just think it is so cute. So I want to quickly talk about my like and dislike about this month's die set. So I love this piece here. This is the embellishment part. The embellishment part is very nice and very versatile. You can use it in a lot of projects. However, this piece right here, I do like it, but I do have a caveat. So when you're working with this, make sure you're using a thick enough cardstock, or maybe even try a poster board kind of quality paper, because as you can see here, I'm using a typical cardstock, like any of the cardstock that I would use for my other cards. And as you can see, it's not straight. It's very warped looking. So then when, it looks great like this, but when you stand it up, I expect this to be like straight like this, like everything to be straight. But it's very warpy looking. So just keep that in mind when you're dealing with this die set. This is a great idea. I love this idea. However, I think moving forward, if I were to make this again, I would definitely have to use a heavier cardstock, or if anything, double up the cardstock. Maybe like put this pretty pattern cardstock over like a heavier weight cardstock, just so it would keep its form. I like it to be like this, but it's warpy looking. So I'm not a fan of that. Other than that, I think it's super cute, like this whole shaky ornamental ball. Very nice touch. I really like it. So that is this part of the die set. Now the embellishment part, I love it because look at the creation I was able to make. So I can go ahead and do this cross stitch if I want. If I didn't like the cross stitch, I can cover up the holes with rhinestone if I want. So very, very nice. And also with the flower, you can easily make a card without even this ornament in it. You can just use the flower itself. And you see these little leaflets here, these little branches that it comes with. Well, you can literally use that and cut like a lot of it and then create a wreath. And that allows you to create a different look as well. So at the end of the day, love this, not so much this. Probably would like this if I use a heavier cardstock. I hope you have enjoyed my ideas, and hopefully you can utilize them in your projects as well. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, make sure you hit that like button and also that subscribe button for future content. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye.